So this is a request coming to us by G Lander. Thank you very much, good sir. It was, you said Colter Wall, original 16 brewery session, The Devil Wears a Suit and Tie. And I'm seeing a bunch of reactions to it. This one, 32 million views. You also mentioned that it had 32 million views. There we go. Leave a like. Support the original. Oh, subscribe.
Well, Reverend, please come quick, 'cause I got something to admit. I met a man out in the sticks, a good old miss. He drove a Series 10 Cadillac and wore a cigar on his lip. Don't you know the devil wears a suit and tie? Saw him driving down the 61 in early July, white as the cotton field and sharp as a knife. I heard him howling as he passed me by. He said, I know you, young man. Well, I know you by the state of your hands. You're a six-string picker, just as I am. Well, let me learn you some. I know a few tunes to make all the girls dance. Don't you know the devil wears a suit and tie? Saw him driving down the 61 in early July, white as the cotton field and sharp as a knife. I heard him howling as he passed me by. Oh, foolish was I. Damn my foolish eyes. That man's lessons how to price the sweet price. My sweet soul, everlasting, my very own eternal light.
Oh my
Don't
God.
you know that the devil wears a suit and tie? Saw him driving down the 61 in early July, white as the cotton field and sharp as a knife. I heard him howling as he passed me by. Well, the devil wears a suit and tie. Saw him driving down the 61 in early July, white as the cotton field and sharp as a knife. I heard him howling as he passed me by.
Okay. So you know the saying, well, it's not a saying, it's just when the voice doesn't match the appearance. So you could apply that here. I was not expecting that voice, but the reason we do that is because we judge based off of, we do judge based off of appearances. Everybody does this. You could say, "Oh, I never judge." Yes, you do. It's a natural thing. We all do this, and I was not expecting those vocals coming from him. But then once you get used to it, you're like, yeah, it makes sense. Incredible depth, very rich vocals. Since this is, well, I don't know if it's an ad for alcohol, but it's a brewery session, so I'd say it is maybe a collaboration. It's definitely some type of ad. What's the process? Barrel maturation, I think it's called, when you aging. So when you take alcohol and then you put it in a barrel, and then over time it becomes something else, like whiskey, for example, or it gets this it takes flavor from the wood, from the barrel. It's like this wood scent. His voice is that. His voice went through maturation in a barrel. That's what his voice is like to me. If it fits with the sponsor venue, like Joy is saying, gives me obviously country, southern sound, hints of blues, which I like. I like country blues. You know, there's a lot of country that is considered mainstream country or even pop country. I'm not a fan of that, and I think a lot of people who are classic country fans, or bluegrass or country blues. I'm looking at a Brooks and Dunn, that, for example. A lot of people who are fans of that are also not necessarily very fond of the very mainstream, very pop country. And to that, I would send them this. They probably already heard it. Now I'm just late to the party. But it's very rich. It's very, I don't know, mysterious sounding in a way. Like it has hints of melancholy in there. And what's interesting too, you know the saying, "The devil wears Prada." I believe it's a movie. That whole saying means that the devil, when the devil presents himself, it's not a bum. The devil is a very classy, he gets depicted that way too, charismatic, very convincing person. And that is also depicted in this song. I think it's about temptation put in a nice package, right? I wasn't very invested in the lyrics. I was just kind of taken back by this man's vocals, his lower registry, and how consistent it sounded, because the way he's singing, how do I put this? It doesn't sound very natural in the sense of, because most people cannot do this. He probably acquired the skill to sound like this on a consistent basis. Or he just happens to sound like this, but the way he's singing, also the way he's positioning himself, it almost seems like he's lowering his Adam's apple. It's very deep from his diaphragm. It's like he's singing from his gut with that depth, and how breathy that is, how polished it sounds too. To me, it seems like that deep gravel style is acquired. It's an acquired skill with very little bit of vibrato in there. And also, I think when he's singing, he's a little bit behind the beat, which creates this blues vibe, playing with the placing.
Black and wore a cigar on his lip. Don't you know the devil wears a suit and tie? So I'm driving down the 61 in early July. Why does the...
See, this is something that this sounds like soundtrack music. And this is interesting because this is also very important. It's not overproduced, and I appreciate that. It's very raw in a way. It's just this man on his guitar. and he's hitting, you know, the way he's playing, the way he's strumming, and he's hitting it to create a kick with his palm. Very minimal percussion, but there is still rhythm in this, and with the way he's playing and his voice and the guitar. And I think I think one of his strings isn't even tuned properly, but it kind of adds to it. That, and it's still sounding like it could be a soundtrack song. Like it could be on a, was it Sons of Anarchy or a Peaky Blinders, or, I mean, people were talking about this in the chat, Supernatural. I could perfectly see this or hear this on a Supernatural episode and be like, yeah, it fits. Playlist. Absolute playlist material. Absolutely. Amazing. Yeah, one of the best things we've seen today, if not the best thing artistically. There. Fantastic.